Right, here we go again. This time speed triple. This is the latest one. It's the 1200, and we're gonna compare this to the 210. Oh wow, this feels comfortable. I know, clutch in. Oh yeah. And this thing feels comfortable. It feels very comfortable, man. I can't believe how comfortable this thing is. Honestly, like the seat and the way you sit inside the bike. I mean, obviously after my S1000, things like this become very comfortable, but the first gear is bloody fierce on this thing. So much grunt in it, bloody hell. The mid-range is just full. Bloody hell. This thing pulls. It feels very familiar though. The platform is very similar to the regular Triumph. You jump on and go. It feels even similar to the Street Triple. Very similar. Very similar seating position, very similar handlebar position, but obviously much more power. Oh no, the grunt on this is it pulls, man. It feels very nice. It feels light as well. Compared to the Street Triple, honestly, it feels very familiar. That's what I'm saying. It's almost like the same bike, but with a bigger engine. That's it. Same comfort, same, you know, obviously we'll see how it corners now, but this is the menu I want. Let's go and put it in. Right, we're in sport mode now. We'll see how that feels. Woo! That throttle connection is insane. It's instant, and I like the engine sound. The induction noise of it is beautiful. Listen to that. Your bike is ruining my bloody video, man. It's so bloody loud. Sports mode is very twitchy. Like, it's on and off. It's not very linear. Nice sunny day, yeah? A beautiful bike like this, that's all we need. So yeah, let's talk a little bit more about this this 1200 then. Spec wise, on paper, it is impressive. So you've got obviously quite a bit of power under you. You've got nearly 178 power, I believe. The whole bike is just completely different than the previous version. I unfortunately didn't get a chance to ride the older one, but this one is way lighter apparently. You got less weight in the engine, less weight in the bike in general. I believe altogether is wet probably 198 kilograms. So it is a light bike. Comparing this to other naked bikes, I feel that this even feels lighter. Like I had a go not long at the new Super Duke, the 1390, and this actually, believe it or not, feels slightly lighter for some reason. It obviously does feel a little bit sluggish. It's like this throttle now is on and off in sports mode. It needs to be a little bit more linear, I think. I don't know how this is going to compare to the Tuono, but also obviously I get this as a standard. You know, the suspension is standard out of the factory, so it's not really set up for me, but it does feel soft. Now this is the RS model, which obviously comes with the beautiful all-ends at the front and a nice TTX shock at the back. Obviously once you set these up to your weight and get a little bit more probably preload set to them and a little bit more compression, maybe it will feel a little bit sportier, but just a little bit on the bends there you can feel that the bike is squatting on throttle, so that needs to be adjusted. What else? The dash and everything else, I mean, it looks really nice. It looks bright as well. I mean, it's elegant. The only problem I had with Triumphs in the past is the lettering and the writing is just, the numbers, everything is just a little bit too small. You need to have a, sometimes, you know, come closer to the dash so you can probably see what it is. But yeah, like it's quite nice sun now. It's 25 degrees and it's quite bright and you can see quite clearly. The screen is nice. Brakes, everything else, I mean the overall feel of the bike is just, it feels premium. Again, very similar to the Triumphs. I know I would struggle in that with the Aprilia, the Tuono. Probably the levers, the buttons, the plastic bits probably won't feel as premium, but yeah, this is one nice advantage to the Triumphs, I guess. Yeah, so spending a little bit time on this Triumph now. I feel a little bit more comfortable on the bike now. It's definitely very nimble. The price for this bike, I think brand new, is around 15,000. When you compare it to your to the competition, your Aprilias, your Ducatis, the KTM, I think this is very well reasonably priced compared to the other bikes. You do compromise obviously a little bit in the looks. I mean, the looks on this bike, it is very nice looking bike, don't get me wrong, but it's very subtle, very standard. It is elegant, but if you compare it to a Street Fighter V4 or the even new KTM. You know, it's they are obviously going to win in this department. Rideability, I mean, this thing is incredibly nimble. Feels light on the back, so I had it wobble a couple of times for me coming out of the corners, but again, that's all to do with suspension setup. What I also found, accelerating hard, the front gets really light as well, and you can be facing a nice wobble at the front, which can be a little bit scary if you don't get it under control. I don't know if again the rear, setting up the rear is gonna improve that. We talked about the power modes. I mean, it's got a lot of electronics, this one, same as any bike now. It's got a clever IMU system, which got all the ABS cornering, traction control, different modes, power modes. I mean, different setups for the road, customizable maps. It has got all the, you know, all the latest, you know, standard electronics you're gonna find on any bike. The quick shifter, I don't know, I didn't like this one. I don't think it's as smooth as it should, especially on a Triumph. I was expecting a little bit more, to be honest. Just, you know, like it slams down, even unsettles the bike a little bit. I mean, I can feel like short shifting into a corner or something, it might unsettle the bike slightly. So yeah, obviously even the KTM wasn't the smoothest, to be honest with you, but where the brakes have always been a strong point on the Triumphs. Even on the street triple, sorry, they felt incredible. This one feels good as well. I mean, I had to adjust the lever slightly. It's instant bite into it. I mean, they feel strong. I do like the feeling of them. You know, there is obviously a strong bite into them, but they're also progressive. They're very predictable. And even the clutch, you know, like the clutch feels, as soon as you engage the clutch and disengage it, you can feel movement in the bike. It feels good, comfortable. The only thing which maybe needs improvement, maybe a tune would sort that out as well, is the throttle. It's just very on and off at the minute on that mode. We're gonna try and go to a different mode, see if that will improve it. But I mean, obviously rain mode, you know, on that. Road, yeah, probably. Sport, what else have we got? Rider, right, so it's customizable. So 3 modes. Let's put it in mode a second, close the throttle, open it up. Yeah, that's obviously improved it. Almost feels like it's cut power slightly from it, but it's definitely more predictable now. I do want more power, to be honest, so I'm switching it back to sport. Cut the throttle. Yep, there we are. You can feel instant power. But I want to get rid of these. Right, let's have a quick recap again on this bike, but just take a minute to have a look at this beautiful silver color under the sunlight. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I believe this is the best option for the 24 model. This one comes with the bar and mirrors, which are pretty much standard now on the Triumph lineup. Front carbon mudguard, which is standard on the RS. This one comes with the Brembo master cylinder and the calipers.
Also stock exhaust on this bike, which doesn't look bad at all considered as a stock exhaust. Front and back all-ends fully adjustable suspension. Standard keyless ignition, which I believe is standard for the ESP Triple. Right guys, I think this is it for the Triumph. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get my hands on the Tuono, but keep posted on this page, and hopefully it will be soon. Right, see you on the next one.